All right, so I get the impression that some of you guys are having a little problem with your pH titrations lab calculations, so I thought I'd make a little video explaining it. This procedure is basically the same for your monoprotic weak acid and your diprotic weak acid, so I'm going to use the monoprotic weak acid as the example. So what's going on here, what's giving the solution its pH at the equivalence point is this equilibria right here, where the A- is the concentration of your weak base in that solution. At this point, what's happened is the hydroxide has reacted with all of the weak acid that you put in there, used it up, and formed just the conjugate base, A-. And so this is forming some hydroxide, which is given the pH. Now, because in this equilibria, the concentration of the acid that's formed, the conjugate acid, and hydroxide are the same, that's just going to be the Kb, which describes this is just going to be x squared over the initial concentration of the weak base minus x. We'll talk about that. So in order to get our x, which is our concentration of hydroxide, we take 14 minus the pH. The pH you measured, put this over here, you recorded from your graph at the equivalence point. Once you know the POH, concentration of hydroxide is 10 to the minus POH. So now you know your X. To get the concentration of the weak base initially before the equilibrium occurs, it's the moles over the liters. To get the moles, that's just the same as the moles of the weak acid that you initially put in before you started the titration, which is just 10 milliliters or 0.01000 liters times the average concentration of your weak acid that you calculated earlier based on your equivalence point. Okay. Once you know this, the volume is just the volume of acid that you added, which is 10 mils in liters, 0.0100 liters. Now your volume of your sodium hydroxide, your base, that's going to be different for everybody. That's what you read at your equivalence point. Just make sure you convert it to liters. Once you know these, you can get your initial concentration of your weak base, you know your X, plug in, you get your Kb. Once you get your Kb, Ka is just Kw, 1 times 10 to the minus 14th divided by Kb. Once you know Ka, then pK is negative log base 10 of that, and that should do it for you.